Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Daemonum, that shining beacon of light in the heart of the underworld and city to free demons. And welcome to another episode of the stream here in Daemonum Arena. So, yes, once again, I have turned the camera off. Honestly, considering Sundays are kind of lazy days, and on top of that, well, we're not going to be doing a face cam for art history. I figured I might as well just, stick with this to a degree. Although, one of these days I should probably get into actually setting up a VR model for the stream. I don't know. I just got so familiar with using my camera for it that I just never really thought to put the pieces together. But I mean, I do have a VR chat model, so I'm, basically 3/5 the way there, 4/5 the way there. I just have to set it up and all the configuration stuff. Either way, I'm still working on the Batleth model, by which I mean I didn't work on it since the last time I opened it, so we're going to be continuing that today. Think I need to smooth things out a little bit, which means basically adding more vertices, honestly. And praying that things don't explode when I do so. So we're going to see what I can get done in that regard. And probably consider getting all the other working pieces in place. Which means moving us over to here, actually, so I can see and make sure that everything is as intended and expected. Yeah, there we go. Everything seems to be in working order. That should be all that we need. Huh. Something went weird. There we go. Alright then. Back to Batleth. And roll for Batleth. I think that, yeah. Just want to get those closer to where they need to be. But Kale, I hear you say, that might actually just get rid of all the resizing that you did. Not particularly. I mean, it's gonna stay thick. It's just not as tall. It's kind of what I need it to do. I need it to be closer to the reference, which then leads me to this next bit, which is, ooh, I can get away with this, I think. I just want to make this rounder. Oh, the question is, though, is that gonna... And they're also quads. That's what I'm aiming for. I just need him to be closer to circular. That's all I care about. It'd be nice to be able to move this corner point and make it less of a, damn near 90-degree corner. That'd help. Should probably look into doing that soon, as a matter of fact. We bisect you and you. For the giggles. Symmetry. 2 for flinching. 1 for the road. because I feel like it. Now the fun part's going to be, did that actually bisect all the way around? And I can check. Looks like it did. I'm happy with those results. I don't see any broken loops. Fingers crossed that I'm not just missing something important, but hey, we'll figure that out when we go to map it, I suppose. I need you to like move to about yay. Allows me to move you to about yay. Honestly, I feel like I need to zoom in on some of these. It's like I'm pretty close to the line on several of these, but some others kind of need some help. It's gonna be noticeable, like at least super close up, but if I start fiddling and canoodling with things a little bit. And shuffle you to about here-ish. That should work, right? Funny thing is, I think that the two here are actually like super down. Almost need to like, yeah. I needed to move both of these up. Let's do here. There? Everywhere. Here, there, everywhere. Every which way but loose. Then, this one bugs me. But like also, I realize that it's super angular and like, ugh. Blech. Gotta work on these angles. Just want to smooth the oval. You know how it is when your ovals aren't smooth. Still quads, it's still quads. Just remember, it's still quads. God, this particular oval is rough. Probably not helping my my vector OCD, my vertices OCD here. We can do this. It's an approximation. Close constant horseshoes, hand grenades, and high-yield atomic weaponry. Yeah, I mean, that looks better, ultimately. You need to move out. You need to move in. And you need to move out. And you need to move in. These shoes rule. These shoes suck. Interesting how that works out. Future me is going to hate me for this, but hey. I see a need. A need for further clarity. Ooh. Boy, you stop that. Work with me, Nicodemus. That should work. Honestly, I don't want to loop cut that. That's already so freaking small. Oof. And it's already like getting really oblique. I use that word. I'm not sure if I'm using it correctly. Then why use it? Because it's the first word that pops up in my brain, and my brain is unable to stop itself from, you know, just rolling with things to keep a conversation moving. Hold-ups in conversation have always been uncomfortable. Menfolk must never learn that we have no nose. Must never learn that we can shapeshift or they'll call the church. Why am I fiddling with this? I already fiddled with this. This is how disaster strikes. Like that. E. Okay, so my circles are more circly. I like that. And honestly, I feel like they're circly enough that I don't have to feel as embarrassed about them. My batleth appears to be batlething. I find to be good news. Better to be brilliant news all around. Oh boy. Sorry, a friend of mine sent me a message. But if we turn off the reference image, yeah, I'd say that looks like a batleth. It also looks like texturing is going to be a bitch. Of course, I'm pretty sure we already knew that from the outset. Some of this seems pretty damn smooth. The rest of it, well, looks like a fucking nightmare. Do I remember how to do this? No. Of course I don't remember how to do this. But what we should do before anything else, save an incremental. Is it UV editing? It is. Oh, how to do this. Well, that looks useful. No, it doesn't. Actually, do you... Huh. Do I do the mirroring before I do the UVing? I mean, that makes sense to me, right? That makes sense to you? Because that makes sense to me. Pretty sure it makes sense to me. I think it makes sense to me. Nonsense. Hey, Kraken, welcome on in. What did I do? All right. Where is... There. This should work. Now I can be a little snit. Anyway. Oh, all things considered, I would say this looks like a batleth, wouldn't you? I mean, it looks like a checkerboarded batleth, but it looks like a batleth. The handholds are a little wonky, but I mean, that's 3D modeling ultimately. You can kind of see where, like, ooh, I actually like this view because it shows off where things are gonna. Ooh, this actually shows shadows. I like that. But yeah, so the raised section is going to be where, like, the hand wrapping is going, so you know they can actually hold the batleth, and then you know it's got edge and blade to it because it's a batleth. It's a fucking batleth. You know, like one does. Wow. How do you deselect again? Like, yeah, Alt A. That's sad. Those of you uninitiated to Blender might ask, well, why are there only like dots and lines on half of this thing? Well, that's because of this mirror modifier. Because basically what I did was I sculpted half the thing and then told the computer, hey, take what I've modeled and flip it across the y-axis. So when I apply it, when I can apply it, that is. What? And we go back to edit mode. Well, look at that. We have a full object. Let me use my puzzle solving kidneys. Now over in UV editing land. Oh, Lord. That is a nightmare of a UV. Wow. There's so much overlaid here. What? So if I just, you know, Alt A, I select the front face. I wonder. UV? Unwrap? Woof. This just keeps doing interesting things. That is not at all what I had planned for that. I wonder though. Smart UV project. That actually didn't do too bad from what I can see. At least I don't think so. I think that looks pretty good. Of course, the trick is understanding what everything is. Especially considering the sheer number of polys that we have on this thing now. Because I can kind of guess at some of it. As a matter of fact, if I mark a seam, this will probably get even better. Where's a good place to mark a seam? That's the trick. I feel like the best place to mark a seam would be the back of the blade. I feel like it would be... It would basically be this. Can select loop, edge loop. Oh wow, that might actually wait. Does that go literally all the way around the entire battle? Oh, hold up now. That might not be bad, actually. Oh heck. UV mark seam. So what happens when I do this now? Okay. UV smart project. Well, something changed. Something changed as a result of that. What if I unwrap it? Duh. That doesn't look right. Smart UV project. Margin method scaled. Scale bounds. I mean, that's gotta be an inside, gotta be one of the inside spikes. And then the longer one's the outside spikes. Yeah, because if I just select this, then that, if I select, yep, it's an inside spike. Other stuff, though, is the thing. So if I do this and I select all of that, this is what I get as my result. And by how is it peeling this orange? very particular way, honestly. So that means that the smart UV is not being very smart, is it? I wonder. Okay, so viewing angle doesn't do anything to this. Angle at 66 degree. 50 degree? It changes it, but I don't know how well. Not really sure how much that's helping or harming me here. This might be one of those ones I had to do personally and manually. But that having been said, ow. Cube projection is not great. Yeah, no. I mean, it's not a sphere, so why would I sphere it? Map pack? Ooh, pretty. Hello, active quads. Error. Oops. No active face. Oh, well, that'd do it. Unwrap does absolutely sod all for me. Direct from view? Ah. That's dumb but effective. Of course, it doesn't fit in the UV plane, but hey. Ooh, that's ugly. That said, though, it's helping me learn a little bit about how this works. Honestly, what I'd like to see is I'd like to see it. I would like to see it able to define a few different things. Because I don't want anything to be overlapping in the UV, because that can cause weirdness. And I would like for it to be able to differentiate the handhold areas from the blade. And that's the trick. Okay. Select you. thought this was going to be straightforward. I was not quite correct. You select that face, right? Actually. Yes. Yes? Yes, that is part of the... No. Yes, no. No. No, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no. That looks like part of the hand wrapping, so I'm going to say that it stays off. Make sure that I'm selecting everything that I want to project. Rest that's going to be hand guard. That off. Nab you. Good old UV nightmare. There you go. I feel like that's effectively one part of this. Smart UV project. Oh boy. So what is this? Hey, Crucius, welcome on in. Updating finds you well. I'm on to the fun part of 3D modeling, which is figuring out the UVs. Figuring out the UVs on a batleth is apparently stranger than I expected. I'm gonna do something stupid. I was right, it was stupid. Wrap like that, or I wrap like this. Doesn't change. What is that? That's the question. So I made a seam out of it, but that didn't really help anything. Wait a minute. Huh. I mean, that'd be cool and all. That actually did anything. I'm wondering now. If maybe instead of having a full round seam, what's going to change if I just make it the outside edge? Yeah, well, if I do that, what I'd do was I'd make the outside edge a seam. Let's see what happens. UV, dark seam. You, on the other hand, clear seam. To think I voluntarily decided to subject myself to this. Oh, where am I? Zoom is kind of messing up on things here, I think. Oh yeah, Zoom is definitely messing up. So I'm starting to get that deal where things move really slow and pan. I needed to kind of not do that, but hey. In the meantime, I certainly hope folks' Sunday has gone pretty alright. Mine's been okay. kind of woke up and did whatever for the day. I did all my chores yesterday, so that helped. A large portion of my chores yesterday was washing clothes, so. That is a seam. Come in here, select this, and clear seam. I'm real lazy today, recovering from yesterday. What'd you do yesterday? Oh. That does kind of help, doesn't it? Huh. None of those are different. But that's a fun sort of explosion. President, I meet up for in-person D&D once a month. Always devolves into drunken shenanigans. I mean, as long as you're having fun, that's what matters, right? Was it 66 before? Island margin. Area weight. My projections vector by faces with larger areas. Oh. In this case, that might be kind of difficult considering there's only a few of them that have larger faces. Well, that makes everything look all fancy. Not by much. And it still vastly messes with scale on things. If I don't think there's going to be a good way to UV this. Now that I've got it all selected though, just deselect this. I deselect the arm guards. Includes this inner bit. Actually, you mentioning that reminds me that I also need to start getting in gear on something that I'm getting ready to present for some friends too. I'm going to be a storyteller for Changeling the Dreaming. We're using the 20th anniversary rule set because it's probably the most sane version of it that there is out there, which World of Darkness is, well, certainly saying something. The hand wrap on this one's a little wonky, but it'll serve a purpose. It is by no means a perfect bat'leth, and the Klingons are not invested in beauty. It's not traditional beauty. Their form of beauty is very different. But we celebrate it all the same. So this all needs to be interconnected in some fashion. This is the blade. This all needs to be the same texture. This all has to be metal. Trick is, how the heck do I get the UV map to cooperate? Not like that. What happens if I do that? Probably nothing noticeable. Yeah, correct aspect did nothing. Wait. What does it say? Map UV is taking image aspect ratio into account. Scale UV coordinates to bounds after unwrapping. Max UVs, pinch UVs. They're like stitched together. Honestly, that's probably my bigger situation right now. Is like, I suppose it's not the end of the world if I work in this for the meantime. At the end of the day, I had to get it to fit in that square, though, which is kind of annoying. Well, hang on. There you go. So this is the back. This is the front. Inside blade? No. What are you? Gotta be something. On the other side? Yes. So that's... So these two are right side, outside. These two are right side, outside. And I'd like them to just be melded together. That's the thing. But they're not. Despite the fact that I designated that a seam. Wouldn't that knit them together? Shouldn't that knit them together? Suppose not necessarily. How do I do that here? That's the thing. Ah. Hmm. Something seems wrong there. How was I stitch those? Blech. Doing some mad science, don't mind me. In theory, what this should do, what it should do, what I don't know if it's going to do, is it should just effectively join these together into one UV along this line. Watch me fuck it up. Oh. Whoa. And then something else happened. Hello, Nandeska. Alright, so who the bloody hell are you? Now that you're stitched together. So redo that. Oh ho. That actually gave me a hint. You are related to this. You're the underside of this. Is that why it can't do that? Oh. How do I seam this? You're the underside, right? You must be, because you're connected at that point. And what will be connected at that point is the underside of this blade. What if a larger portion of this isn't necessarily making it all fit together, but making sure that like is to like. My words properly. Combine to make that right outermost bit. Right outermost blade edge. Select you. I move you. Correlate with these folk. Which was a way for me to just like package them together or something. Couldn't think of it. What does this do? Set clear select UV vertices as anchor between multiple unwrap operations. Oh. Cool. Oh, that generates some drama. But I'm beginning to kind of understand it. And honestly, it should have stitched the back onto it too. Because, I mean, it's there. That's the front, that's the back. If I remember correctly. Hmm. Logic would denote. Is that correct? Has to be. That would mean that this has to be. Right? Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Look at that. Stitch? So then if I were to select these outside ones, I bet oh, we are getting somewhere. It's a little unusual, but we're getting there. Interesting. So this actually correlates to the other half, so that means this would be correlating to this half. It's the actual connection point of these, funnily enough. truly be? If I did this right. Oh, you know, that's actually making a bit more sense. Just seeing how these dots are arranged. If I could get this to stitch together properly, that'd be kind of cool. I feel. What if I stop there? Stitch. Huh? Kale.exe has stopped working. That's not the connection I was expecting. Something really something really strange is going off here. Turning them off and on again. You can try. Something very weird is happening here. The way this is put together, I would suggest... I'm looking at the right side, but I just linked up the left side. What the heck? Wait a minute. Wait. Look at the general shape. Yeah. That's what happened. Interesting. This isn't just spun, it's also flipped. Yeah, that's what it is. If I scale this in the opposite direction, ta-da. That's interesting. Why is it doing that? Then that would mean that this island actually belongs over here. And rotate it like that. I've got this put together right in my head. Yeah. Means that this is over here like this. And then by extension, that means that this piece will be over here. Oops. Like that. Hello! Welcome on in, Black Queen. Hope the evening finds you well. And thanks for 20 bits on that. So then the other... Wait a minute. Okay.
$25 wow.
Thank you for the 25 months with Prime. I hope you enjoy your ad reviewing and emotes. Welcome back to Daimono Marina, Hunter. Glad and happy for the ride. Am I wasting time trying to figure out how these UVs interact? I don't know. Still not really used to UVing on the whole. Because, like, understanding how they fit together, you kind of have to do that in order to know how to get them to fit together. Then the fun bit is wait. You know what? Clear seam. I want to experiment. Select edge loop. Mark that a seam. That one doesn't go along the entirety of the blade. Interesting. As a matter of fact, it appears to have only gone half the distance. Which is also fascinating in its own right. Select edge loop. That could be part of the situation, huh? Mark seam. Smart project. Go. Didn't seem to have done anything. So it didn't have anything selected. Let's take a look at this now. Those are connected now. So, what if instead... Oh. There seam. You. The edge loop is also going to get the back. So what if I deselect the back? What if the seam is the blade? Yeah? Maybe. Yeah. Spin in. Slide. Maybe this will do something different. We're about to learn together, apparently. Oops. Not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. And the camera. Deselect the outside edge. Like that. UV, mark seam, UV, smart project. And not a whole lot changed there. What if there's no seam? Some things got clustered together. I'm gonna bet this is the circles. Oh, that's a thing. It's like trying to figure out how I would want this to split. Therein lies the problem. Because then what I need is, or at least what I would like, is for the top ledges to connect to the front and back faces the way they need to. Frustrating. Oh, that's wild and evil. That's stitched with no problem. The heck? But then if I Do that again. Oof. Makes an interesting shape. The more you stitch, the worse it gets. Yeah. Okay. At this point, I'm just sticking around. Not really teaching me anything. Honestly, the more I stare at this, the more at a loss I am. I don't really know how to UV this, and it's a little bothersome. I don't know how to get this to cooperate at all. At all. A seam is where you'd want things to be. It's where you start the cut, right? So having one of my 3D modeling friends in the chat would be useful. But I believe they are busy. I mean, a part of this is something that I brought on myself, considering the sheer number of quads I have going. I was able to at least make the model. The model itself is pretty cool. It's just... oh boy. Take a moment and rest my eyes, I think. I just don't think there's a pretty way to do this. A large portion of, I think, what makes this model particularly difficult to UV is the circles in the middle, which if I could just figure out how I'm supposed to get those to play ball, it would be part of the process of helping. by and large, it's like one would think that if your seam is, oh, wait a minute, that didn't go all the way around, did it? Was it never going all the way around? It just looked like it was. Maybe? Wow. Yeah. Mark seam. Having a seam all the way around the batleth. Okay. Oh, did stitching remove the seam? I wonder. That makes some amount of sense. A large portion of this is, oh god, the scale. Because, like, if I scale... Oof. Yeah. Again, like, a large portion of this is just knowing which chunk is what on the model. And you typically want your UV to both look appropriate to the scale of the object, not over, well, okay, there's a lot of things you don't want your UV to do. There's a lot of things you want your UV to do and not do. You want it to look similar to the scale of the model, because if anything is out of scale on your UV, it's going to look out of scale on the texture. You also want as much contiguous connection as possible. I have been joined. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm poking my head in. I don't know how effective I'm going to be at the moment.
Fair. Honestly, it's just like finding a starting point is, I think, where I need to go, because everything I try, I wind up with, well, basically what you see with some minor alterations. And like, it's UVs. They're not good, but they're there.
I mean, if you're looking at it from that front way, right? Like you are kind of right now.
Yeah, kind of like this.
I'd have that be one piece if you can get it to be one piece. The one piece!
The one piece is real.
Oh my god, I'm so crungo.
It's all good.
And then like a seam could be on the curvier end.
So on the outside edge or on the... See, I tried that. I tried that before and it didn't quite work out.
Huh.
Right now, the seam is all the way around it, which is probably a bad idea for different reasons.
Well, I mean, I would start with trying to get this flat thing right here that we're looking at.
Yeah.
See where we go.
Now, first off, I'm going to go ahead and clear seam. And And then I'm going to be ballsy and imagine that this is actually going to be effective.
You didn't get it all.
Didn't get it all. Try again. Because at this point I might have gotten extra. But hey.
Give that a go. Oh yeah, that view would have gotten you all just this side.
As a matter of fact, I think that actually found things I missed. It missed this face. Oh, it's a lot. It missed a bit.
Well.
Well, heck. Oops.
It.
Oopsie poopsie.
No.
I missed a fair bit, actually.
But I am not sober. So again, I don't know how effective I'm going to be.
It's all good.
I mean, you keep barfing rainbows, so.
Bleh. Try my best.
You look happy when you're doing it too, for some reason, and then you look like you're being angry.
The barfing rainbows is supposed to be in reaction to something cute.
But you're barfing.
Bleh. Yeah, but it's barfing rainbows. It's so cute, I'm barfing rainbows.
You. Yeah, I'm just a chunky pushy.
Indeed. Anything else being missed around here? Yes, actually. You.
Oh,
I feel like you should be in there too. Means there's something on the spike missing. There we go. So we want all of this to be basically one thing.
yeah, if you can get it that way.
Uh,
Is it?
What's that?
Is that fate? The entire fate? Well, no, it shouldn't really matter, shouldn't it?
So I will say, these, like, this chunks above the circles here, or ellipses, that's meant to be like a different texture, like a different material, like it's the hand grips, but I don't know altogether.
I mean, for now, we can just proceed. We gotta get something on the board right.
Yeah.
Can always start again.
This is true. I've been starting again for a fair while, so. Oof. That projection didn't quite work. What if I try this? It just, it chunks things apart like that, and I don't.
I know, and then, like, if I was in Maya, I would just select it all and be like, just unwrap, 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 and it would resemble a shape. But.
I mean, unwrap resembles a shape. Not sure it's a good shape, but it's a shape.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. I don't know Blender.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can suggest at this point would be YouTube videos. But probably not while streaming.
Probably not. Low active quads? What?
Oh, Jesus.
I think I made a mistake there.
It, I had a video game glitch. Like just that moment when ragdoll physics go to the extreme.
Like collecting one frame of Geddon.
Just
What happens if I do it on this side? Same thing. Okay. Oh, UVing this Batleth is going to be a nightmare.
Hey, sorry, I'm just not good help.
No, it's all good. I jump in out of nowhere, you know. I come to you on the eve of your relaxation's wedding.
Wank.
Making a Godfather reference.
Oh, that would be why, because I have not ever seen it.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Oh. That I've heard.
Yeah. It's like I'm the one that's, you know, interrupting for something here, so I don't I'm not gonna be up in arms about not completing something as a course of it.
Chat, I'm not a mod box.
No. I just respect my friends enough to realize that if I'm, you know, pestering them when they're doing something else, I should not demand their undivided attention because they were already doing something else.
Awesome.
It's called respecting other people's time, and I appreciate you jumping in to at least look at it.
Oh, of course. I look. That's all about I can do.
Hmm.
But if ever I've had questions about stuff, YouTube has been a relatively reliable source.
That is a fair point. Maybe I can. I mean, it's probably not going to be riveting, but I can spend some time trying to search some stuff up.
Like if you have a second monitor, just plop it up there, mute it.
Oh,
and
certainly. I have 4.0. How to UV unwrap anything. I'm pretty sure this person is just going to say smart UV it. And it's like, honey, I've been trying that. It hasn't been working.
Just smart UV it. What are you, dumb?
Sigh. Every smart tool is dumber than you think.
Let's not even get into AI.
Yeah, right. That down. It's like another thing that I found kind of interesting about this, by the way, is that it's, you know, scaling this the fucking back, but it's also rotating it and anti-scaling it.
Yeah, like it's backwards.
Yeah.
Or you backwards.
It's backwards and upside down and then stretched to fuck.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but there's got to be a way to solve that.
Yeah, I have no idea why it's doing pretty much anything it's doing when it attempts to project this. Although I will say project from view is, you know, this, which cool.
Honestly, that's kind of what we were looking for.
It is kind of what we're looking for. I'm kind of interested in the fact that this whole thing isn't selected suddenly, but
Huh. Then you've only got the one side selected, right?
yes. I'm gonna go with yes.
Is there any way you can invert your current selection, get everything else, and do the same thing?
Yes. Funny you should ask, because yes.
I'll make sure you have it.
And then project review.
Fucking fuckers!
Huh. That may have actually worked out better than I expected.
Although this piece is gonna have all the edge parts on it, you're gonna have to chop those up.
The edge pieces?
Yeah, like the top and the bottom views.
Oh.
Yeah, those. Those gotta go somewhere.
They do. Right, I didn't do that before. Now, this also has the inner circle pieces too.
Yeah, so now you gotta get those to lay as flat as you can get.
Heck.
The inner ones you might just have to cut out and have them be their own thing. I'm not sure.
I mean, ultimately, as long as I know what they are and where they're supposed to be, that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
So this is going to have these upper bits, which... One of the faces is missing on the selection. That's interesting. Oh, more than one. There's a couple up here too.
Wonder if those are projected. If you click on them, where do they go?
They're probably on the other piece. They were part of the other selection.
Which is not, necessarily a bad thing.
If I were to... That probably wouldn't work well, would it? I was thinking if I could basically just like select the front half and the back half and project them, that might work, and then do something with the inner circles.
Yeah.
And really, for the inner circles, I should just be able to define a seam, right? Just say like, I don't know, this edge. Like just make that a seam because it's not likely to be seen typically because somebody's going to be holding it in a particular fashion to see it.
Yep.
And then I would just select the inner ring, try to project it, and it should take the seam into account and make it a strip, hopefully.
Yeah. That sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. Well, by Jove, I think I'm starting to get it.
Fucking poggers!
Yeah, actually, it wound up helping out a fair bit. Thank you.
No problem.
I appreciate the help.
A guided stumble?
Well, guided stumble is better than just, diving face first into a brick wall.
Like we're both bumbling around and just all of a sudden Eureka.
Oh, you're just gonna face plant for a second. It's kind of interesting how the selection wonks out on these like faces next to the handholds.
What?
It's like you notice when I just selected the front face here, my UV selection is missing like these faces and these faces that are just like they're there, but I don't know why they're not getting selected.
Huh. Not sure.
There we go. I then just kind of say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day.
Oh my, what a wonderful day. Rainy sunshine in my way. Zippity-doo down, zippity-yay.
Vibing and grinning like an idiot the entire way. That's me right about now.
Eh?
I'm just vibing with the Sunday.
Back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing research to finish off the sprint. So I'm not necessarily up at arms about it.
That sounds delightful.
It depends on what you're researching. Sometimes it can be an absolute pain in the ass. Especially when you have to rely on people on other teams that have very busy schedules to give you information, and then they don't understand what you're asking for. Just frustrating, but understandable because, you know, conversation is not a perfect medium.
Nope. Misunderstandings happen quite often.
Yeah, we were having one. I was talking with folks about it the other day. The database administrator for the database system that we use in our particular section, he's not a very kind, like he's not intentionally cruel. He's not like evil mean, but he's definitely not the type that wants to be your friend. If that makes any sense.
The dude's there for one reason and one reason only?
Yeah. And it definitely shows in how he responds to things. Because, well, we were asking him about how the server deals with concurrent connections from a user, and he was just not getting what we were asking, and I think we were all getting frustrated. So I'm hoping, you know, the weekend gave us some time to like clear heads and come up with new ways to word things.
Yeah, maybe have a breakthrough. Hopefully.
I'm hoping so. I'm betting it'll happen. We're all pretty bright individuals, so we tend to find our eureka moments.
That's good.
And if not, I can find a way to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Select invert. That's also gonna, yeah. In hindsight, that selects those. I can manually deselect all of that, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay.
I suppose. A way to get things done. Oh yeah, that actually reminds me, this upcoming weekend is Multi-World Madness again too. I need to get my YAML up to date. I did Pokemon Emerald last time, so now my rule set's going to be updated to be either most likely Pokemon Red and Blue, Time Spinner, or Ocarina of Time. Taken to setting up my system so that that's effectively the situation. I was like, it can randomly select any of the games, and then whenever that game is selected, I reduce its chances of being selected again.
I see.
And then my plan is, as I go and start like learning more games, I'll add them to my list, and then I'll have a big old randomizer of randomizers.
Oh, jeez.
Considering a recent release, I'm actually considering trying to learn Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix.
Ooh.
Because that is in Archipelago. And recently, that was released on Steam outside of Epic Game Store, and I'm hoping that the Steam version works just the same as the EGS one.
I haven't played KH2 in forever.
I actually started it today. I was playing Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix for a while now, and just recently beat the ever-living snot out of Ansem because I don't know what it is, but apparently that game got like somehow easier at the end in Final Mix.
He did.
Oh yeah, I buried his ass.
And then you dug him back up and buried him again.
Pretty much. I ate his lunch and there was not a crumb left. Okay, so now we've got that. I'm curious.
The curiosity killed the cat.
Satisfaction brought it back.
Shut up.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Ooh. Maybe you just need a steam on those.
I see rings. Yeah. So, for the sake of this, I zoomed in and it zoomed in. By which I mean, oh god, my eyes.
Zoom.
Zoom. Alright.
Spear.
Mark the seam there. Oops. That's not what I want to do. We'll also, I think, right about there. Mark seam. And then probably here for this one. I have to do these one at a time, don't I? Oops. Base. Do 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 doop 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 beep doop tap doop.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
All right. So with this, unwrap? Whoa. What did you do? And how did you do it?
Very carefully.
And why? I don't have anything else selected. What the hell is this?
Garbage, obviously.
Where's that garbage coming from?
My anus? I don't know.
Well, I certainly hope not. You should probably see a doctor about it.
Yeah, I'd probably reckon so. Whoa.
That's cubic project. Project from view? That did nothing.
What?
Yeah, this is...
You might have to end up just... I don't know. Like, because are those cut from each other for some reason?
I don't know. Hold on. What happens if I stitch you? You stitch to that. Okay. Now if I stitch you, nothing happens. What?
What? I have no idea.
That's confusing. Well, I know where you are. In this aspect. Wait a minute. That didn't quite work out. There we go. Now I'm inside the model.
Oh,
Backface calling? What's that?
Mom, can you come pick me up? I'm scared.
Everybody's fighting and I'm scared. Ah. Wait a minute. Trying to think what happened. I'm gonna do something stupid.
You can always hit the back button.
Yeah. So that is just the face that is there.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought what might be happening is there might be like a face inside and a face outside.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't seem to be the case. That's just there. Huh. But now we know where this is, or what this is. It's these upper parts.
Yeah.
Light bulb.
Idea.
What if? Bear with me. Mark seam. Where's the other seam here? It appears to have vanished. I'm not sure why. Oh, stitching. Duh.
So buttons on your underwear?
You know, I had to sit here and think for a second. My underwear don't have buttons. Joys of boxer briefs.
I don't know. I'm pretty dumb at the moment.
It's all good. So what happens if fan wrap on that seam? Well, that almost helps.
Maybe a little bit.
It doesn't have to be one contiguous strap.
Not necessarily. It would make things less complicated, but not necessarily.
Mm. That's that, which means that's that. So then that would denote that you should, in theory, be able to stitch these together, right? But nothing happens when I do.
What's the other end of that bump thing?
What's that?
Like if you go to the other side of the, if you select the polygons on the other side of where the handhold strap is supposed to be. Does that make sense? Like, see how the strap you got kind of out further?
Yeah.
Where's the other end of that?
The other end of, oh. So
Yeah,
over
so-
here.
Select that side. I want to know where that is.
Yeah, so like basically this whole handhold strap is the side piece.
Yeah, so that's what doesn't want to connect for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, that entire piece in the UV is still not completely flat.
That's true.
What happens if you unwrap it?
Just unwrap this selection.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh. Why isn't it laying flat?
That's a good question, considering that's literally just a freaking flat stripe.
I mean, is the sides of the ends causing problems?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, I guess. Here's a question. What happens if I... No, just keeps doing the same freaking thing. Just with less polys.
Don't get it.
I mean, I suppose at the end of the day, I could just force them to be roughly the same size, but that's going to be by eye.
Yeah.
Did I try? Yeah, that got even worse somehow. Bring the angle down. Nah.
Yeah, I think it's part of that, the part where you've got it going out, it's messing with it a bit.
Which is weird because I feel like it shouldn't be messing with it as much as it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it because the polygon itself on the model isn't flat?
I mean, maybe? Project review isn't going to do anything. Yeah, it's just going to make it even worse in its own way. Oops. Whoa. Okay. Just in case the Kingdom Hearts games has some rules about streaming. Yeah, the rule about streaming it is literally just don't sit in a world and just let the music play. Is pretty much the long and short of their rules about streaming the game. Which, yeah, don't be a dumbass, basically.
Oh, it's Disney's.
Yeah, I mean, it's Disney property. You're gonna fuck around, you're gonna find out really fucking quick.
They're part of the Overlord.
Bleh.
Ooh,
So it goes that way, but if I go this way, then the top of this so basically the top of this rectangle in the upper left should connect to the top of this trapezoid further down.
yeah. It's not.
And other than the fact that I've defined that as my seam now. Though in a way that kind of helps me, come to think of it. Because this is going to be a different texture than the rest of this. This is all going to be metal. The stuff that's on this handhold is going to be like a different texture.
Yeah, but it's again that part's not flat, so it's gonna look skewed.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think either of them look flat. Really. So this
The other
one's...
one looks better than the other.
That's true. This one just has some bunching up.
Like their knickers.
Eh. It considers that an edge loop.
Ah. I still don't know.
Aha.
Okay, that's just a theory.
Be interesting to see if anything changes now that I've done this. I doubt it will, but hey. I'm doing science up in this bitch.
Yeah, science.
Hail science!
For science.
You monster. Hey look, a whole bunch of nothing happened.
Big old nothing burger.
Seems, why don't you seem? Bad idea, don't smart UV project. We've done that too much.
Shown us that it's not very smart.
No, it's not. It's like, again, like, the only thing I can think is like, sure, I can just do this. Just like manually reposition them, which...
It's all such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice?
Oh, how we laughed and laughed. Except I wasn't laughing.
I can't remember the rest.
Oh, I remember it. I'm just not going to sing more of it because, yeah. At least make this not as bad as it was.
very knocky. I don't know where I was going with that.
An adventure primarily.
I'm going on an adventure.
It's not perfect.
Eh,
Better than it was,
it
though.
was.
Get as many of these as about as uniform as I can. And start expanding this to go the other way. Select Yon Islands. I also need to scale these now. Come to think of it. Scale them together.
Scales.
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 Don't forget to practice your scales.
No.
Mhm.
I do.
Oh, this one's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Insert clever whip here.
Mark edge. Clear seam. Mark seam. The things I did to try to smooth out this circle and it probably only made my life a living hell.
Wow.
Oh, sure, that one worked.
Oh, geez.
Fuck. Yeah, that one just worked.
Okay. No, don't touch it.
The only thing I want to do is scale it. Let's watch the third one work too, huh?
Not gonna say anything.
Uh, Clear the seam. Maybe it does have something to do with where I place the seam. Maybe. I'm gonna try here. No, this one did it too. You know, actually, that tracks, considering these would be mirrored.
Yeah.
Because this was a mirrored, what you call it?
Yeah. That thing.
Yeah, that old chestnut. From there, it was really just me manually shifting the edges.
We seem to be off running to the races now.
Yeah. Now we're cooking with petrol.
Propane accessory.
I don't want to know what people are doing with their whips and whistles.
Where did that come from?
Propane and propane accessories.
Oh.
I'm kind of amused that you didn't ask where the whistles fit in on that, but okay.
What was it? Whistles and something else?
Whips and whistles.
Oh. Oh geez, I can think of a few things that are.
See, I'm just remembering the ball gag with the party screamers on them. Those like papery things that you blow into, and they did the whee sound effect.
Yeah. Except it's.
Yeah, you put it on a ball gag, so you know somebody's having a time, and you just hear whee in the distance. Hell of a party, huh?
I was thinking more of just shoving the whistle up the butt.
I got boxed for that. I mean, yeah. Trust me, I've seen other I've seen other variations on the theme. I love that of all people, it's Becca that bonked me for that.
Okay.
You know, in the middle of my Persona 3 playthroughs, down girl.
Drool, bonk.
That is different.
Okay.
Look, just because I'm talking about toys and you're talking about process doesn't necessarily mean that they're that different.
Yeah, that is different. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's still fun to bonk you anyway.
This is true. This has definitely been a truth as time goes on. Select island in the sun.
I mean, I used to do it on cooldown.
This is true. And then we scale. And then we move.
On my screen.
And now I can start fiddling these around and getting them all to fit in the UV plane properly.
I kind of want to be that stereotypical asshole that makes an Uber driver or an Uber Eats or something get ice cream.
What happened here?
Where? Oh, that's not connected?
Cyber Echo... wait a minute. Cyber Echo to Toaster? Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope the evening finds you well. For some reason, these pieces no longer correspond to this face.
Match. I mean, is that necessarily a bad thing considering they're different material anyway?
No, I suppose it doesn't. Hello, hello. That's okay. And there's another bonk.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for the hydrate. It has been a little bit. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, probably take a second and de-shrimp. Uh-huh. Thank you for the subscription for 36 months. Enjoy the ad-free viewing and the emotes, and welcome back to Daemonum Hunter. Enjoy your time.
I forgot I was sitting on that.
That's all good. Oh, gosh.
It said, "Get the hell off me."
Huh.
If you can't hide a crime scene, just pretend you are the victim.
Always try to think of the sunset from the sun's point of view.
Lol. There is no sunset. There is no spoon.
Spoon.
Excuse me, I need a spoon. It's alright, I found one.
I was thinking of the March Hare from Alice in Wonderland. Spoon.
I don't see that reason why.
I mean, the greatest thing about that movie is Flutterwhacking Vigorously.
Huh? No, literally, huh?
Huh? I swear, are you acting this dense on purpose? Huh?
No, this is Patrick!
I am setting myself up for disaster, isn't it great?
Patrick, that's a frostmourne.
God, I love that edit. It's a WoW reference.
Oh, good. Alright, so a needle pulling thread. These are going to be a different material.
A note to follow so.
Tea, a drink with jam and bread.
That'll bring us back to dough.
Oh.
A deer.
This is precisely the type of Sunday evening I needed. One where my brain is actually not functioning. God, it's weird that these suddenly detached. Especially because I technically need the middle one to detach too. And somehow it didn't detach on the other face.
You remind me of the babe.
The babe?
Babe with power.
The power?
Power of voodoo.
Voodoo.
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the babe.
I mean, this is certainly a UV map. I don't know how good of one it is, but it is one.
It's something. And it's relatively recognizable.
Yeah.
The good news is you're only you being for yourself and not somebody else.
God. Don't want to think about anybody having to deal with this later.
I mean, you'll run out of hair to pull out at some point.
Probably.
Take it from a bald guy.
There. This is my UV map.
Yay.
There are plenty like it, but this one's mine.
And you tell him that he's special.
So my texturing for this is going to be weird, but I never said that I was a professional at this, so
Take it till you make it.
because like really what I could do is for this area I could just stretch a leather texture behind it, or like I shouldn't necessarily say stretch, but place a leather texture behind it, because this is all going to be leather. And then I would have to also place that here, 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 and here. It's probably going to look ugly as sin, but it's going to be my ugliest sin. I heard that. Ooh. Actually, I wonder.
It is a pretty kitty.
Cat.
He's very furry and very meowy.
E. Oop. Time to take my medicine. The medicine shall be taken.
Oh no. Make sure you take your pills.
All one of them so far, thankfully.
Yeah, mine is definitely not one.
How do I do this again? Export UV layout. See if that worked out. It did. Image. New. remember there being a way to like fiddle with this. Ah, there it is. Edit externally. Oh, right. Needs to be saved first. Save as batleth texture. Edit externally. Then in theory, what should happen is, there we go.
In theory, what should happen is so that's because your Discord PNG shows up later because of the delay.
Yeah.
So it looks like what should happen is blah, 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 blah.
Bleh. All right, now over on the artistry side of things, here with the face, we're going to limbs. Hey, look, it's a different thing now. Then what I can do is I can take the batleth UV ping, drop it in here, and that happens.
Fucking fuckers!
Sometimes I know what to do. Not all the time, but sometimes.
You diddy!
I feel like this would be the leather texture.
You can do it all night long.
I have no idea what's going to happen when I do this.
You can always hit undo.
Indeed.
Or you can make a duplicate the layer so you don't make a destructive edit too.
At present, I have its own, something sitting on its own layer.
Okay.
You know, I think I like this one. It's going to be weird, but it's going to be my weird.
Oh, you're looking at textures probably.
Yeah. I'm cheating.
How dare you?
Considering, Lord knows, you do not want me to try and hand draw any texturing on anything.
No. On your thing, I kind of went and got some brushes.
I don't think this one's gonna work. That's sad. Yeah, unknown file type. Yay. I have to search again. Need to find something that's not going to be apparently a weird file format. Thanks. There you go. This can get right the hell out of here. Be gone, thought.
Yeet!
8. I'm going to trust. Looks like TV static.
You may want to zoom in on that if you actually want the texture to come through.
Zoom in.
Oh yeah. Actually, that is too big. Never mind.
Big. I do need to make sure that I crop it to the right length. You know, there's a smart way to do this.
There is?
Sure, I'll figure it out. I just need it to be about yay. And then, yeah, it just needs to be able to cover that, and then I crop it. Hmm. There's another smart thing to do here. Yeah, that. Also, that's not what I was expecting to do at all.
Ooh.
Ta-da. Yeah, this is going to be ugly, but serviceable.
But it's your ugly.
Exactly. Certainly not going to be elegant or efficient.
But you are learning.
I do this. I'm going to scale it down. Scale to about yay. Now here's the interesting thing. I need to turn this into like 3 chunks.
What program are you using?
Glimpse or GIMP.
Yeah, I have no clue on GIMP either.
Can I zoom in, please? Damn.
Meow.
Ooh, that looks kind of good.
At 200%. Ah, yes, the joys of mouse selections.
Oh, jeez. Power of voodoo. You do.
Remind me of the babe. Funny you should mention that. I've been planning a Changeling the Dreaming campaign, and Labyrinth is one of the inspirations for that.
Thanks. I did get into a WoW raid though, so I'm probably gonna make like a banana.
And get the fuck out of here?
Yes.
Gotcha. Understood. Thanks for the help.
Of course. Enjoy the rest of the stream.
Certainly.
Goodbye.
Take care. Mm. All right. I theory, this should be doable. I should be able to do. Transform. Oh. Undo that. Art. Just goes to show you, folks. Stuff is not as easy as you think it is. That still did what I think it did, didn't it? It did. How do I just flip this piece? Magic wand? You. Still not what I want you to do. Aha. I was right, that would work. That's just nifty. And then I should do that one more time. There we go. And then we move you up. go. Select, invert, delete. Now the fun part is, oh wait, no, I still have to do this for, wait. There's a smart way to do this. Control C, Control V, new layer. Consort it. There we go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Might take me a while to get down there, but I'm gonna get there. It'll happen. Just have faith. Pretty nifty. And I think what I need to do, layer, transform. Is that gonna be close enough for any practical purposes? I think it could be. Yeah. Look at me being all smart. There. And now for bad idea number 926. Y'all see where this is going. Oh yeah, that's an absolutely terrible idea. But hey, it's an effect. It has an end result. Yeah, I'm gonna save that there. Then export. Export. And we're going to go back Blender. Before anything else happens, save incremental, open this. Ugly as sin, but hey. We have a thing. I need to remember how to include it. Where is it? I don't think it's any of these. Image texture. Ugh. Open this. Oh, duh. Hold on. File, export, open. That's better. It's definitely less definitely less bleed out. Yeah, that metal texture is a bad idea. At least scaling it to fucking back like that was a horrible idea. But I expected that to be a horrible idea. We're closer. Alright. That having been said, we're at time. So I'm going to bring us back here. Alright, everybody. Thank you for joining me on the adventure for the evening. I certainly hope you've enjoyed your time. And as always, if you have, don't forget to follow along and spread the word. I just hope to grow the community, and I certainly hope it's been fun to watch me actually get close to finishing a Batleth model for a friend. I am on Twitter. I send my buzzer to YouTube for safekeeping. I'm on a host of social medias. I have a Discord server. Links to all of those are in the bio under the stream, as well as the wonderfully dense socials command that Kurgan used earlier, and that I will use now. That will net you everything everywhere all at once. And finally, to those who chat, I appreciate you. To those who lurk, I appreciate you. To those who watch the VODs, I appreciate you. And I certainly hope that I can see you here live someday should the opportunity ever arise. And with that, let's find a raid target for the evening. And as I'm doing that, remind folks that next Saturday is going to be a multi-world madness. And at present, we have 8 folks posted interest, but I know that there's more than that coming. So it's going to be another wild day. Hope to see folks there. Meanwhile, what have we got on our lists? A lot. Let's start looking for some folks that we're used to. Someone's playing House Flipper. That'd be fun to go and vibe to. So that's Rebirth. I can't get that yet, I don't think. I should double check that. People have been getting their hands on Shin Megami Tensei 5 as well. Still need to think of something to do on my Saturdays outside of Multi-World Madness. But I have some time to consider it. Is Demi is running. Sadly, Goob isn't because I wanted to go and join them for a bit, but they're done for the night. Let's take a look at the team quick. We've got Retro, stuff. Someone's playing, oh boy, Lethal Company with gambling. Super Mario RPG, huh? Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3. You know, I said it would be cool to vibe to. Let's do it. Provided they're still going. Where's the house flipper? No, I saw it. Where is it? There it is. Let's go visit Jalen doing house flipper. Vibe to vibe. Let's go. All right. Here's raid message for the evening. Feel free to copy it up and paste it down as we make our way over to Jalen. A fellow Go Beyond team member playing some House Flipper to cap off the weekend. Well, doors are open, the portal is shining in the distance. I'll say to you all once more, be you denizens, be you hunters, be you visitors, thank you for joining me here again in Daemonum Arena. And let's go get another, shall we? Take care out there, and try to be a light in the darkness when you can be.